Hello, it's Emma coming to you with your tarot and oracle reading of the day. As always, if this finds you, please trust that it's for you. If it doesn't resonate, you can just leave it behind for the person it's for, okay? So I'm going to take my time with this reading today. The past couple of days have been pretty challenging. I'm on a red moon cycle, which means when it's the full moon and everybody wants to go out and socialise and have fun, I'm very much hermiting, turning within, kind of seeking internal answers and really feeling the need to pull back and go a lot slower. Hence why I didn't do a reading yesterday. So I'm going to start with the tarot cards and just see what we can expect coming up for you this Libra full moon, okay? At this time, you may be very much considering your relationships, your personal values. With the Libra full moon coming up, there may be some exciting things happening for you within this period, okay? So let's just take a look at the energy, please. What is the energy of the collective right now? What do they need to know and what do they need to hear? Ooh! Okay, so straight away, we have the High Priestess and we have the Nine of Cups. So I feel there may be an intuition here that something is going to come your way. I feel that you can sense this. The High Priestess is obviously the card of intuition, the card of knowing, kind of beyond the physical realm, seeing beyond the veil. And you do have a wish fulfillment incoming, okay? This is something that you've been manifesting. It's been something that you've been working towards, okay? Let's get some more information on this wish fulfillment. What is this wish fulfillment, please, Spirit? What is this wish fulfillment? Okay, we have the Temperance card. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. So this is somebody who's been through a very difficult time and they are letting go of this. They're stepping into a sense of balance and harmony, okay? So this wish fulfillment may have to do with personal identity. It's probably to do with releasing a painful past. Balancing internal energies, okay, and this actually bringing you forward into a different way of living. This is what is bringing about this wish fulfillment, okay? Being able to balance your own energies, be stable within yourself, and actually releasing the past, releasing trauma from the past, releasing that which made you feel unworthy, okay? Perhaps you struggled with things that really made you question your sense of self-worth. But with this Temperance card, there has been a balancing of this energy, okay? And there is a new sense of freedom, of finding kind of the meaning in everything that's happened to you, okay? You're finding the greater cause and effect of all that has happened and how it has actually led you to being this High Priestess, okay? Because of all your experiences, painful experiences. More about this wish fulfillment, please. Whoa, we have Devil energy, the Devil, okay. Shadow self, addiction, restriction, destructive behavior. Yes, this is what we're leaving behind, okay. We're leaving behind an overly obsessive worldview when it comes to the physical world, okay, and the ego, and chasing after temporary fulfillment, chasing after what's the word? My words are gone. Chasing after approval is the word. Chasing after external approval. This is the card of the material realm, okay? Yeah, this is the physical realm, and this is where you are having problems. You were very overly focused on the physical. I'm looking at these two people chained together and I'm getting the word codependency, okay? So there may have been a marked sense of codependency in your relationships. And you put your value inherently in those around you. And this is what was leading to this, because people did not know how to handle you correctly, okay? And it was making you feel very, very heartbroken because of the way that you have been treated. But we are balancing this energy now, okay? We are balancing this Devil energy. We are waking up to our spiritual gifts. We're seeing beyond the veil. We're seeing beyond this Devil energy, okay? And it's leading to this wish fulfillment. If only they will tell me what this wish fulfillment is. What's this wish fulfillment? Ooh, okay. Wish fulfillment, please. What is it? You have a lot of stability coming up for you, okay? There may be some kind of proposal or offer coming your way. You may be getting married. And I say that, oh my God, this is great. We got the Four of Wands, okay? Marriage, community, celebration, home. You may be moving home. You may be finding yourself somewhere new. This is the Aries card. This is fire, okay? We're still in Aries season. What else do we have here? Water, water, fire. Yeah, cool. 10 of Pentacles. Woo! Four of Wands and 10 of Pentacles. This is your wish fulfillment, okay? Stability, a new home. It doesn't have to be, you know, an external home. It could just represent the home that you have made within yourself, okay? This connection that you have fostered with yourself, you know, you are unionized. I'm looking at these two people here and I'm seeing masculine and feminine. I'm seeing the masculine and the feminine celebrating together because they have finally been brought together, okay? They're no longer competing against each other for control of the spiritual body. That, you know, you no longer have one that is over functioning and the other that is kind of taking the back seat. Both of them are working together in union in order to bring about this new identity that is very much removed from this devil energy of the past, from this egotistical kind of codependency, okay? And yeah, look at this. This is what you're wishing. This is what you're wishing for. You may be very focused on financial stability at the minute. It may be, and this 10 of Pentacles card really gives me the idea that your previous reality has kind of faded away. It's gone, and you're looking to kind of build a stable foundation in its place. And the cards are telling me really that this is your wish fulfillment, okay? Because you're moving away from something that was very difficult in your past. Woo! Okay, yeah, the High Priestess, she's manifesting. You know, you're represented by the High Priestess and the Magician, arguably the two most magical cards in the deck. This is something you're manifesting for yourself. You have realized your power. You have realized your connection to source. You have realized that you can actually manifest and bring about that which you desire into your reality based on intention, based on mindset, mirroring maybe something very significant to you. You may be learning about the way in which our physical reality mirrors our internal world and our spiritual reality, okay? But you're bringing this in. You're very much manifesting this for yourself. This 10 of Pentacles, this Four of Wands, it says celebration and joy as the first two words. So this 10 of Pentacles that's coming in, you're going to have a lot to celebrate, okay? You may even be able to fund more adventures, a new home, a new environment, okay? What else? Ooh, the Sun. Yeah, what did I say? You're going to be so happy. You're going to be joyous. You're going to feel like that little child on the back of this white horse, spreading his arms out and receiving the world. This is how it's going to feel for you. It's going to feel like you are receiving the world. Okay. 8 of Cups. Yes, you're moving away from this previous energy of heartbreak, from this previous energy of limiting beliefs with this Devil card in which you were enchained, okay? You were enchained to a certain way of being that was really blocking your manifestations. It was blocking this Magician energy, okay? Because subconsciously, you know, these limiting beliefs, they were embedded. So no matter kind of how you were showing up consciously, no matter what you were thinking consciously, deep down, you still didn't really believe what you were thinking and what you were saying and what you were putting out there. And you're leaving this behind, okay? And you're really truly believing in what it is that you want to create. You know, your intentions are set, your energy is focused, and this is what is allowing you to bring about this sunny, happy ending for yourself with your 10 of Pentacles and with your 4 of Wands, okay? And let's get a little bit more on this journey that you're undertaking towards this wish fulfillment. What is it that we're walking away from? We have this Devil energy. We have this this 3 of Swords. Okay. This is interesting. These two cards here, we have the 4 of Swords and we have the 8 of Wands. This also gives me masculine and feminine energy, okay? This is a very masculine card in that it's very action oriented. There's a lot of momentum, there's a lot of forward movement. But this card is all about rest and recuperation, about taking a step back, about turning inwards, about kind of recuperating and rejuvenating the self-work, self-focus, which is giving me feminine energy. So, I mean, I did a reading the other day and it was all about the balancing of energies. It was about holding polarities, about embodying yin and yang. And I believe that that's exactly what this reading is about as well. It was about functioning from a place of unbalanced energy, okay? And this is what's happening here. These two energies are coming together, and you wouldn't think that they would you? You know, one being so action oriented and the other being kind of removed and relaxed. But they're joining, they're harmonizing, and they are turning you into this magician. You know, you are whole. Noticing this infinity symbol over his head. He has integrated all aspects of the self. There is no part of the self that is missing. And this is exactly why he is so powerful, okay? Because, you know, he is using both energies to help him do this, as opposed to relying overly on one and that leading to problems within the self, okay? I'm going to grab some of my own oracle cards, see if there's any more confirmation for this spread. This is a wonderful spread, guys. Get happy, get excited, because what you have moved away from, you know, this devil energy, it's not easy to defeat the devil, you know, let's put it that way. And that's exactly what you're doing. It's exactly what you've done, okay? And you're moving into a time of celebration, of joy, of stability. What else wants to come out for this collective, please? What else? Okay. So the first thing I notice here is this karmic tie. So this karmic tie could be this other person within this devil energy, the two people here. It could be this other person. You were stuck in a cycle with this karmic tie. I do believe, though, that, you know, we attract certain people, you know, we put our higher self directs us towards certain people so that we can heal what needs to be healed. I believe that those people who you've had karmic ties with, there is an agreement between the two of you, no matter how difficult it is, no matter how kind of messy the ending is. It's to help you both learn, and it's to help you both grow. And people can choose whether to accept the lesson or ignore the lesson. I believe in this case you have accepted the lesson. You know, you've been in this energy because of this karmic tie, because of this devil energy, okay? And you've seen the lesson, you've seen it for what it was, you've learned that you were enchained, okay? You know, you're the high priestess. You're seeing this material realm, these limiting beliefs, whatever they were, you're seeing them for exactly as they are, okay? You're seeing past them into something greater. You're seeing directly into source energy, which is just pure love, okay? You're tapping into this pure love energy. And I think perhaps this is something you may have struggled with before, with this Three of Swords card, you know, feeling very heartbroken, feeling like everything was difficult, feeling like you were just going to be kind of experiencing grief for the rest of your life. But that is not the case, okay? Because you've done the work, and when you do the work, the rewards follow. We also got insomnia. Yeah, I think this is for me too, because my God, the insomnia has been unreal. As you are represented by the High Priestess card, I know for me, the insomnia is stemming from this sense of something impending. It's not negative. I know that this thing that is coming is positive, but it doesn't, you know, it has an equal weight, and it can kind of keep you up at night if you don't have the answers that you're seeking, okay? So you currently may be experiencing some insomnia. It may be difficult, you know, because at this time with this card, I believe that there is a need to rest. There is a need to kind of to pour into self-care and self-love. But when you are struggling with insomnia, this can be really difficult. Let's see if there's any more wisdom. Yeah, this is why you're struggling with insomnia, because you have an insane amount of wisdom. You have this knowing. You know that this wish fulfillment is coming in for you. You can sense it, okay? And that is making your mind tick in overtime. This could be a kind of final test in practicing surrender, in practicing tapping into that divine feminine energy, because I do believe with the readings that I have been doing, I'm speaking to people who were functioning from a wounded masculine energy, okay? And we are now tapping more into that divine feminine energy and balancing the two energies, so that we have access to both, okay? What else do we have? We have 4 more cards on the floor, on 5 even. Woo! Oh! Okay, so we said you have a wish fulfillment coming in. And this wish fulfillment looks like this 10 of Pentacles, okay? We have luck, 777, success, and money. So yes, you're going to be coming into some kind of financial upgrade. This may have to do with collaborations. It may be an inheritance. It may be something that comes as quite a surprise, quite a shock, but you have been manifesting this, okay? So I don't think it will. It may be a manifestation that you've been working on for many months, many years, okay? But this is coming in, okay? This is your confirmation that whatever it is that you're working towards, whether it's a project, whether it is just you visualizing your future, okay? It is coming in for you because you are the High Priestess, you are the Magician, you have unionized your energies that were fractured before, you have reclaimed parts of the self that kind of took you out of your power, and you have stepped back into your power now, okay? And this is bringing all kinds of success and luck for you. Yes. We have share your gifts. Of course. I mean, this is what all of the readings are about, guys. You know, I'm talking to people who are insanely talented, who are insanely gifted. You have something to share that is worth seeing. You have something very special to give to this world. You have something that the collective needs to see, okay? You know, and you're not just doing it for yourself. You know, sharing your gifts is not just for you, it's for everybody. It's for everybody who they have the potential to touch and everybody who they have the potential to reach on a soul level, okay? These gifts that you have are soulful. You could be a musician, you could be a writer, anything artistic, anything creative, expression. I'm really getting that. The people that are finding my readings are people who are creating something new, okay? There is a reason that you have had to leave behind this old identity. There is a reason that you have been through everything that you have been through, okay? And it is so that you could finally come into your power, and so that you had the strength and the confidence to share these gifts that you were always supposed to share, okay? We have Sagittarius, which is fire. I could be talking to a Sagittarius. This is fiery energy though, you know, we're in Aries season. It's no surprise that this fire energy keeps coming out, but this is really speaking of passion. You know, this is a very passionate time. We have this 4 of Wands here as well, which is fire energy. And we have this 8 of Wands, okay, which is fast-paced movement. So there is a lot of passion surrounding this new path that you're on, this new project that you're working on potentially. And it is this passion, it is this kind of investment and this fiery energy that you're really embodying right now that is going to catapult you to success, okay? And I believe that really this passion that you are tapping into is coming directly kind of from your connection to spirit. It's coming from this realization that this world is so much more than you ever thought possible, than you ever put it down to, okay? You may be somebody who kind of was an escapist, somebody who read a lot of books, watched a lot of television, and kind of just tried to escape into a form of magic, because internally you always felt that magic, okay? You always knew that there was something tangible about this magic that you felt, and you sought it externally, okay? You sought it in fantasy realms, not realizing that actually this world that we are in is magic. You know, it's those films that you see, those books that you read, the magic in them is the magic that is available to you at any time, okay? This is a spiritual, magical world in which we live. And as somebody who was functioning and was chained to the physical realm, I am not surprised that now you have kind of left that behind. This sun energy is incoming. This may also be your energy currently, you know, you may have kind of a huge sense of freedom now that you've left behind this devil energy and stepped into your true power as the High Priestess, as the Magician, okay? Let's get a couple more from this deck. What are we on? 19. Okay, any more confirmation? Who am I talking to, please, Spirit? Give me some more cons. That's too many. Give me some more confirmation on this reading, please. Who do I have watching with me? And what would you like to say to... Wow. Yeah, I mean, this card was poking out. Balancing. What was I saying? You know, you've done a masterful job of balancing your internal energies, and this is what has allowed you to actually break free from this previous reality, from this karmic tie. projection, and burden. Yes. The Ten of Wands is coming into my head. We pull this pretty much every reading. It's not come out today, but we've had this instead, so I suppose it has come out. Yes, your past was very burdensome. It was a past of projection, in that those around you would project their feelings onto you, and perhaps vice versa as well. You know, I don't think it was just other people that were operating within this devil energy. I think that you were enchained in this devil energy as well. You were very, very stuck in the matrix, and you were functioning from a place that was not the true self, that was not the high self, the highest self. Okay, and this was very burdensome energy. And there was a lot of mirroring going on in your reality, okay? And I think you've realised this. You've realised that reality is a mirror, okay? And when you were within this energy before, that's the reason, you know, when you were within this energy, that's the reason your reality was so painful and so difficult, because, you know, that's how you were internally. And so that's what was reflected externally, okay? Losing track. Yeah, just bear with me slightly. My brain is very, very skew-whiff the past couple of days. This is too many cards again. That's too many cards. Okay, so we're gonna just okay, a couple more from here, please, and then we're gonna move on. A couple more from here, please, Spirit. Any more confirmation? Give me something for the person watching so they know that this reading is theirs. Give me something for the person watching. Something specific. Okay. Oh, yes. We have religion. So you may be somebody who is coming from a religious, but okay. Religious trauma. I've put the religion card down and it's next to the devil card. So that's exactly what this is giving me. This is giving me religious trauma. This is giving me being chained to a certain set of beliefs that were not serving you. So you may be somebody who is transitioning from a religious background, a traditional religious background, into a more spiritual way of doing things, kind of creating your own value system, creating your own practice from scratch. You know, leaning into the beliefs that feel right to you intuitively, okay? Because you have this intuition, doing things that align with your higher self, okay? Rather than just following blindly what it is that you have been told, okay? Because we know that religion, you know, I do believe that there is a lot of truth in many religions. There's a lot to be taken that can be applied to life in a very successful way. But, you know, when people who are in charge get hold of religion, that's when things become difficult. And really what's coming to my mind is Christ consciousness, is the story of Jesus and really how he came here to show us that we were all one, that we were whole, that we had God within, and that heaven was on earth, okay? And people took that message and they misconstrued that, and they created heaven and they created hell and they created division. Any division which you face in this physical reality is an illusion, okay? I really want to keep bringing this up because it's very important. Any division that you see is not real. It's false. And this division is fostered and it's put in front of you so that you cannot recognize yourself, okay? Because when you recognize yourself as one with Source, as one with the Creator, you tap into your intrinsic power, okay? And in religion, unfortunately, you know, it hasn't been really put on a basis of personal power, of you know, serving. Well, it is about serving the Most High, and in most religions, but you know, it really kind of there isn't a balance of worship and kind of self-worship, you know, and that's where the real power starts coming in, when you start to see God within yourself, okay? Rambling, but there we go. 1212. Yes. Ones for me are intuition and alignment. Twos are balance. So we have this balancing card. This is no surprise. So yes, you're following your intuition, and through your intuition, you are balancing your energies, which were unbalanced before, which were out of whack. This put together is also a 3. I have been seeing 3s everywhere for months. 3s to me are the trifecta. It's the unionization of mind, body and soul. You may also relate heavily to Hecate, the triple goddess, Mother Maiden Crone, okay? You may see crows. Momentum, yes, that's exactly what we're doing. And I mean, we have this 8 of Wands here to confirm this card, that we are building up this momentum, okay, towards what it is that we're going after, towards this wish fulfillment that is coming in for us. Manifestation, I mean, stop it, come on. All of these cards can be matched. Manifestation, you're the magician. You're bringing something into this reality from the ether, okay? We have Cancer, we have water. So this is to do with emotions. This is a very, very, you know, we've got the High Priestess. It's no surprise that we're very in tune with our emotions. You may be a Cancer who I'm speaking to, okay? Equal give and take, yes. This is exactly what this 4 of Wands is for me. For me, this is the card of divine union. This is the card of marriage. So you may be calling in a divine counterpart. This may be part of your wish fulfillment that is leading to this 10 of Pentacles for you, okay? To ultimate stability. We have designer. What did I say? You are a musician, you are a writer, you are some sort of creative, and you are designing something new. You're bringing something new into the world, and you're sharing your gift through this thing that you are designing, okay? And you're going to share it, and it's going to lead to this. Keep working on it. Keep, you know, keep writing down your ideas. Keep in tune with your emotions, because I really believe that it's your emotional landscape that is fueling this passion project, this new path that you're going on. We have zoom out, yes. You're seeing things from a spiritual perspective. You're very much zoomed out of the matrix. You're no longer caught up within this energy in the physical. You're seeing beyond the veil. And this is allowing you to really manifest at a rapid rate, okay? Indulgence, yes, divine feminine energy. Indulgence. You're being asked to really indulge in this place that you have come to, okay? We have this 4 of Swords as well. I think it's 4 of Swords. Yeah, 4 of Swords. And you're being really asked to kind of enjoy this period of time, this phase, because of all the work that it's taken you to get here. And this is the thing, because it was so much work, you were really operating within the masculine energy and doing so much work to heal and to get to a better place. And you've done that work. And now, you know, the masculine can kind of take a step back, because it's the universe's turn now, you know? You know, the universe is going to respond to you. It's going to mirror the work that you've done, but it may take some time to catch up, okay? But at this time, you know, you're not really being asked to try and control and zoom in on the minute details. Zoom out from the details. Zoom out from this overexerted, wounded masculine energy, and lean back into your divine feminine. Lean back into indulgence in this time, okay? Because things are going to work out in your favor. Your wish fulfillment is coming. You're vibrating at an extremely high level, okay? And you do not need to worry. Scorpio, water. Yeah, water again. I may be talking to a Scorpio. Heavy water in this. You're very emotionally in tune. Overgiving. This is what was tied to this. I believe you've always been somebody who felt the need to give. And the reason that you felt the need to give was because it's part of your purpose, okay? And this was a crazy revelation for me. Like, why am I always overgiving? Why is my cup always empty? And then Spirit comes in and says, well, that's your purpose. You know, you're here to give, you're here to share, but you are just channeling that energy into the wrong people and the wrong places, okay? And this is what you were doing previously, but now that you're channeling that energy into yourself, into your self-work, into your connection with Spirit, you're filling your own cup. This is leading to your wish fulfillment, okay? I'm going to get a couple from, no, I'm not. I'm going to get a couple from this Making Magic deck. I really like this deck. It's very pretty, very positive. It's one of the first that I got, and I've loved using it, okay? So let's get a couple from here, and then we'll get a couple from the other one, and then we'll finish it there. A couple for the collective, please. What's going on? What's this wish fulfillment? What's coming in? A little bit more on this, please, Spirit, from this deck. Okay, we have abracadabra with wings, fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. I'm going to start showing you how pretty much every single one of these cards matches up. Lucky chances, look, 777. This is the luckiest time of your life. You know, this is the most auspicious time of your life that you are stepping into. Wow. True wisdom, making good choices. Yeah. I mean, woo! True wisdom, making good choices in life, okay? Embodying the wisdom that you have deep inside, tapping in to the Akashic records, tapping in to this knowledge that you have, to the knowledge that you have carried with you from past lives, to the knowledge that is directly available through source, through your connection to source, okay? You've realized that and you're tapping into this wisdom. Self-confidence, strong self-belief and a sense of self-worth. Yes, this is directly to do with your power. You have took your power back. Previously, your self-worth, meh. Because you were very much functioning within the material realm and you were tying your self-worth to people, to places, to objects, to things. And there wasn't really this sense of a spiritual connection. There wasn't a strong and stable sense of self, okay? And this was really making you feel very bad. But you have made a decision, you know, you've walked away from this. You've started to embody this high priestess and this magician energy, which is like, this is powerhouse. This is giving powerhouse, okay? Let's get, well, this one wants to come out too. Fairy magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goals. Yeah, so with this sun card that came out, for me, the fairies kind of represent the inner child. They represent joy, playfulness. And we had the sun card. I can't find it, but yeah, really tapping into your inner child, tapping back into what brings you joy, what brings you pleasure. And this is actually allowing you to create a much deeper connection with source. The inner child is so very important because creativity is source, okay? You know, and you know, this is so weird actually, because years and years ago, and I remembered this the other day, and it really came to my mind and I was like, wow, it makes sense. Like, it's all making sense. So I don't know why this came into my brain, but I was sat there and I thought, we are God because God is the creator and humans are inherently creative. Look at what we have done with this world. Look at the architecture, look at the art, look at the music. It's this compulsion that we have to create because that's what we are. That's what we come from. We have that piece of source, the ultimate creator within us. And when we are tapping into that creativity, that is very highly linked with the inner child, the ability to you know, create with joy, to create with no strings attached, to just do it because we enjoy it. That's when we are really raising our frequency and we're really kind of working in tandem with the Most High, okay? We're co-creators and this is what you're doing. Yeah, let's get some from the pocket archetypes. Cool story for you there. Okay, a couple more and then we're going to end the reading there. Anything else for this collective, please? Anything else that relates? Anything else you want me to know? Whoa. Whoa. Ooh. Anything else, please, for the collective? Yeah, we have divine feminine energy coming out here. So we've really been healing our feminine energy and leaning back into our feminine energy. The first card we got was the womb. This is a card of creation. You know, this is a card of tapping back in to the sacred life force of the feminine, of Mother Earth. It's giving me the Empress card actually in tarot. You know, the Empress has a full belly. She represents Mother Earth. She is the ultimate creator. She is ready to bring something brand new into this world, from the ether into the physical. And this is what you're doing. You're tapping into that inherent creative energy. And this is making you the High Priestess, okay? And also the Magician. Very, very in touch with the Divine Feminine. The Maiden. Okay. I've never seen this card before, which is interesting. It's always interesting when new cards come out. And the Unseen. Woo! Yes! Yes, look at this. You see the unseen. You have the sight, okay? Your eyes are wide open. You are no longer blind. The sword of truth is in your hands and you can wield it however you please, okay? With discernment, with responsibility though. But yeah, you finally see the blindfolds are gone. Let's have a read of this maiden card and then we're going to finish the reading there. See if there's any last messages from this card for you. But another amazing reading. I mean, wow. The maiden. This book is so confusing. There's no numbers or anything and it's all kind of in a random order. So please do bear with me 1 second. It took me a second to find that, but here we go. The maiden archetype is the epitome of innocent arousal, naive sensuality, and precarious purity. She is compelling and addictive because of her flawless and youthful glow. She's the first archetype in the trifecta of Mother Maiden Crone. What did I mention earlier? You may very much relate to the trifecta Mother Maiden Crone. And rightfully so, because she has oh so much to learn. The maiden is perfectly positioned for trouble to come her way and subject her to challenge that leads to the next phase of womanhood. Woo! This is past, present, and future for me. This is past, present, and future. This is definitely a past card. This is what you're coming from. You're coming from naivety. You're coming from a place of kind of having little wisdom, little knowledge that kept you trapped within this devil energy, okay? And you've been working on this. You've been working with your womb space. You've been working with your ancestors, particularly your female ancestors, okay? In order to come to this greater sense of knowing, to come into better union with your divine feminine energy, okay? And you're seeing what was unseen. You're seeing what was hidden from you before. Here we go. Look, there's one for the thumbnail. Yeah, you're seeing this unseen, okay? With this maiden card. Wow. She must grow up, yet hesitates at the threshold, enamored by the charms of youth. The maiden represents the side of us that is riveted and curious, drawn to shadowy forests, dark nights, and taking just one taste of poisonous fruit. Her magic is edgy and includes both shame and delight. Let yourself fall down the rabbit hole, young one. This is what you've done, you know, and this devil card really does give me that sense of shame. It really does. You may have kind of been sexualized at a young age, and that really affected your relationship with your femininity. You may have felt like it was dirty or shameful to be a woman, to be noticed physically as a woman. And this was kind of a rude awakening for you. You were snatched from this maiden energy, I think at quite a young age, okay? I think this is something that you've experienced at quite a young age. And it really closed you off to your own femininity, to embodying the feminine, because the attention that you received, that you associated with being this feminine energy, was quite negative, okay? And it made you feel shameful. But we're moving away from that. We've stepped into a higher level of wisdom. We've stepped into the role of the high priestess. We're healing the womb space. We are coming into a greater sense of wisdom, because we are in direct communion with the unknown, the unseen. We see beyond the veil. The womb space is healing, okay? Your feminine energy is healing. Your sensuality, your passion, it's healing, because you have done the work, okay? Congratulations for this. This is an incredible read.